togetherness, and I really like the piece Troy talked about of bringing in professionals from around the area to talk about stuff that will carry on with these young men for life.
So Linfield will kick it away. Willie Warren, the kicker, takes the running start, and the ball falls off the tee, so we'll redo it. So you wait all these months, Tim, to get ready to play your first football game. You get ready for your first kickoff of the season, and now we got to do it again.
Right, and I watched him in warm-ups. If it was the kicker I was watching, he was, booming with the tee through the uprights from the 50. So with a little bit of wind, I would suspect this ball into the end zone.
Shane Sipes and Ryan Arnson stand at their own 5. At the scoreboard side of the field, that is the southeast end of the field here at Nelson Stadium. A slow arriving crowd here at Nelson. All right, so Warren will try it again. This one stays. It's a line drive, and it's going to go into the end zone and just
inside
barely.
The pylon.
Well, they're saying it went. Carroll fans are wanting, and the team said it went out of bounds, which would have been a penalty, but the official standing right on the goal line said it did not. And so Carroll will take over 1st and 10 at the 25. 1-1 on the season, and in reality they're 0-2, but in reality they're 1-1 because of the forfeit 2 weeks ago from Rocky.
Right, and this first drive important to coming out of the chutes, area of improvement on offense, needs to take place like we talked about in pregame. So
Carroll will open up with trips to the top side, far side left. Colby Kaloy making his second career start as Major Ali shifting from his left to his right hip. At the 20-yard line, a high snap. Kaloy pulls it down, handoff to Ali. Takes it off left side, up across the 30 to the 31. A nice 6-yard gain on first down for Carroll.
Yeah, a nice hole there for Major to get into. Linfield in a 4-man front there, and plenty of engagement up front with that offensive line. Starting with Connor McGree at center, and good push. I mean, that's the first big play of having a lot of positive movement upfield. 2nd
and 4 for the Saints. First possession of the day for either team, and they'll go Wildcat with Troy Arnson, or check that, Eric Dawson back there, and Dawson's going to get off left side, maybe get a yard up to about the 32-yard line. Call it the 33. It'll be 3rd and short coming up.
Yeah, and again, change up with the Wildcat. Eric back there. Again, just trying to establish that run, give them different looks, just like we saw last week.
Are you surprised that Carroll's gone over the last couple years more and more with the Wildcat?
I'm not. It's a great tool. It gives you with Eric a big back there, really as a tight end and an extra blocker with your back. So
3rd and 2 for the Saints. Just about a minute gone by, or just over a minute. Kaloy, quick pass across the middle to Ferris, who dropped it. He took quite a pop from Tyler Bergeron, a 6-foot freshman out of Battleground, Washington, and it'll be a 3-and-out and a punt coming up for Carroll.
Yeah, good route, and the ball was right there, but Tyler, the safety for Linfield, came up and put the hit on as the ball arrived, and incomplete.
So Matt Kvek will be on to punt. Kvek's had a nice start to his punting career as Corey Day stands back, the sophomore from Fresno, at his own 32-yard line. High snap, Kvek. Little rollout, rugby style, almost got blocked again. This one's going to hit at the 40 and take a Carroll roll down to the 31-yard line, and that's where Linfield starts its first offensive drive of the 2018 season.
Yeah, actually a good punt. That was designed, roll out again, and there was a little bit of pressure, but plenty of time to get the ball off, keep it low with that wind, and got a good roll where the back could not pick it up and try to get positive yardage. So
Wyatt Smith, the 6-foot sophomore son of head coach Joe Smith, he was 88 for 137 a year ago, 1,065 yards, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and he'll start with 3 wide receivers. 1st and 10 for Linfield, going right to left. He will hand it off to Chidabem Noli, trying to get around the corner. He does not. In fact, he's going to lose a yard back to the 30. That was good pursuit by the Saints defense.
Yeah, they're just running outside zone, and it's contained early. David Peterson is there, and Reese Quady for a loss of 1 yard. So well read by that Carroll defense and not allowing that big offensive line to get any movement upfield.
This is a hurry-up offense as Smith's going to roll out to his right on 2nd and 11, still rolling. Now he'll throw it out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 11, but again, nice defense there by Carroll. And again, you know, they have Tim to get ready in a hurry because this is one of the most hurried up offenses that Carroll will ever see.
Yeah, they're quick to the line, and the play signaled in and called. And again, the defense, great job. He sprinted out, but the middle linebacker, Reese Quady, was following the quarterback the whole time, so he couldn't run the ball, forced him to throw it out of bounds, incomplete.
3rd and 11, 13:01 to go first quarter, no score. Carroll went 3 and out and trying to force a 3 and out from Linfield here. Smith takes the snap from the gun, drops back to pass, feels some pressure. Now he's going to be forced to run out of it, and he's brought down a sack. Nate McGree, who had a couple of sacks last week and a pass breakup, and he drops Smith for a sack of 4 yards and a 3 and out for the Carroll defense.
That's a great scramble play by Nate. He's on an outside blitz there, kind of a delayed. Is picked up by the tackle, but works upfield after that outside influence and sacks him from behind. So great 3 and out here for the Carroll defense.
Ryan Bollier back deep for the Carroll Saints, awaiting the punt from Linfield. So both teams go 3 and out on their first possession. This is a end-over-end wobbly punt, and Bollier is going to take it at the 26 and skip out of a couple of tackles, and now he's heading to the left side of the field, heading towards Linfield. Oh, and he gets popped at the 40. A great tackle made by Malik Campbell, a 5'10 junior from Brea, California, but he laid some leather on Bollier. We've got an injured Wildcat down on the field, and we're going to get our first timeout of the day as well. 12:07 to go first quarter. Both teams 3 and out. And when we come back, Carroll football will have the ball, 1st and 10. No score. You're listening to Carroll College football on Sports 94.9.
It's a close game, with the sellers having a slight edge on the buyers right now.
That's right, Buck. That's all the more reason to go with the home team advantage. Capital City Realty and Property Management.
If you're thinking about selling, you may as well go with the home team. Did you know they're experts at pricing your property to fit the neighborhood and the overall market?
Just go to their website, and they'll put together a winning game plan for you.
Capital City Realty and Property Management. When service matters, call the home team.
Love your drive in any season with Michelin tires and experience that confidence-inspiring combination of luxury and performance. Now you can welcome every drive with a little extra savings. Between August 22nd and September 20th, 2018, get a $70 reward card after submission with purchase of 4 new Michelin passenger light truck tires.
Drive safely and save at Eagle Tire, across from Eagle Lube Express on North Montana.
See michelinman.com/promo for details. Offer expires 9/2018. Void where prohibited.
Injured Linfield Wildcats getting helped off the field after the punt return from Ryan Bollier. And obviously we're not doctors, not want to speculate, but he can't put any pressure on that left leg. So hopefully he'll be all right. And it's either Max Novak or Brock Klosterman. And if it's Klosterman, that's their starting linebacker, and that's not good for Linfield. But the Carroll football team will have it. 12:07 to go, first quarter, no score. Both teams have gone 3 and out. And awaiting the rest to blow the play in. Jason Walker alongside Tim Norbeck, and Colby Kaloy up behind center. He'll take the snap and flip it off to Shane Sipes, coming on an end around wide receiver type reverse, and he actually loses about 6 yards back to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, a great play by Sam Gomez, defensive tackle. He just stretched it out, and he was actually inside guy, and as he started to turn up field, able to have plenty of penetration for a big loss on first down.
Chase Fossum in with the play call. 11:37 to go, first quarter. Scoreless ball game. Dawson and Sipes will split out to the wide left. 2 receivers to the right. That's Ferris and Fossum. The ball in the near right hash mark as Carroll moves left to right at the 32 with a 2nd and 17. And Kaloy back to pass. Good pressure. He is going to be swarmed under and somehow got out of one sack but dropped back at the 19-yard line as he got out of the one attempt by 2 guys to sack him, but then Travis Swanson cleaned it up, the defensive end, sophomore out of Haley, Idaho.
Yeah, the 4-man rush. There was pressure early, and he tried to step up and used his athleticism to get away, was able to get outside a bit but not able to throw the ball away. So another big loss for that Carroll offense.
So Carroll has ran 2 plays on this drive and lost 19 yards. And it is 3rd and 29, or as I like to say, 3rd and Montana City, as Koloy across the middle, Sipes underneath route. Sipes
got a chance to get to first.
Gets up to about the original line of scrimmage, so he got about 20. A nice play call from Nick Howlett, but it'll still be a punt. But at least Carroll got a little bit of field position back on that play. A nice play call to get some of that field position back, a gain of about 20, but it'll be 4th down and 9, and Kevick on to punt for the second time in the first 5 minutes of the ball game.
Yeah, it was a good play by Peter Finley. Their rover, it looked like he had an opportunity to get to the outside. And, they just jumped it off to him and tried to get positive yardage, but a good tackle over there.
Kevick, the rugby-style roll punt again, and Day calls for the fair catch at the 28-yard line. 27-yard line officially, and it's 1st and 10 Linfield. 9:55 to go in a scoreless ball game. So we have seen 2 defenses so far today in the first couple series. Linfield's defense forcing 2 straight 3-and-outs, and Carroll's on that last one.
Yeah, both flexing their muscles. Carroll come out and tried to do a little bit of finesse with the first play and lost yards, and then good pressure from the front to sack. So back and forth, 3-and-out last time with the Carroll defense. So we'll see what happens here on this second series for the Linfield Wildcats.
Smith with Noli behind him as the tailback. Sends a receiver in motion. That's J.D. Laswell, their leading receiver a year ago. As Noli off right side gets across the 30 and up to the 34-yard line. A gain of about 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, that's a big gain on first down. Again, just outside zone and a couple extra yards, extra effort from the 1,000-plus yard rusher.
Chittibam Noli had 1,088 yards and 9 touchdowns last year. And Smith fakes the handoff. Smith going deep downfield looking for Laswell, and it falls incomplete. Through into double coverage. Drew Melton and Parker Bernhardt. Good coverage out there on J.D. Laswell, the senior, who had 9 touchdown receptions, 637 receiving yards a year ago.
Yeah, just they only had a couple of receivers into routes there and looking for the deep ball, but well read by the Carroll secondary, and like you said, throwing in the double coverage, long incomplete.
So 3rd and 3, 9:23 to go in a scoreless first quarter, and trips to the near side left now for Wyatt Smith, the sophomore quarterback. Flushed, rolls, throws, and it's complete. And I believe that was the running back coming out of the backfield.
It was. They had a different back in there. Number 33 was in there.
Dawson Rule, a 5'11 sophomore from Bend, Oregon. But that's a gain up into Carroll territory at the 40-yard line. And a nice play on 3rd and short. And quickly to the line comes Linfield with trips again to the near side. Ball in the far right hash mark. Smith looking right sideline, and Laswell fell down, and that'll be incomplete 2nd and 10. But good coverage, I thought, before Melton.
That was good coverage, just a deep out and looking for that quick hitter, and he fell down early, but I thought the coverage of the corner was good on that play.
Well, the last year, really, we saw Drew Melton emerge as a potent threat in that defensive backfield for Carroll College. 2nd and 10, 8:57 to go in the quarter. First quarter, scoreless here at Nelson. Smith claps his hands, and then everybody looks to the sideline, all the skill position guys. And now the audible as Noli lines up. Now he goes to the right hip of Smith. Now the clap, now the snap, now the throw, and it's caught in front of Reese Quady. That's Aiden Wilder, a junior, who hauls it in. And a gain of about 7 again, so 3rd and 3 coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, just a little inside hitch from that inside position, a little soft spot, not real soft, it was well covered to hold him, to short gain after the catch.
Smith's got decent size for a quarterback, 6 foot 205. And having, again, played half the year last year, he knows these receivers, 9 returning starters in total on the offense. 3rd and 3, 8:20 to go in the first quarter. No score here. As Linfield on the drive, looking for Wilder, who hauls it in over his shoulder, and then he dropped it at the 5.
Yeah, again, they're just trying to match up with the outside linebacker there, and McGree is in coverage, but he doesn't turn as quick, and the ball does fall incomplete, but an opportunity to have a catch and a big play there. I mean, it's tight coverage, but not seeing the ball early, hurt. Thank goodness. Incomplete pass there. Ball well thrown though, Jason.
Yeah, it was right on the money.
He's a skilled young quarterback.
Well, they said the ground can't cause a fumble, and
right.
The ground definitely popped it out. But 4th and 3 here, 8:12 to play first quarter. Still scoreless is Linfield facing a 4th down, and Smith again has Rule out of the backfield, and again it's a first down for Linfield up to the Saints' 26-yard line. But just a little quick hitter out of the backfield. Rule's got some speed coming out of there.
Yeah, they just put him back there to hide him a little bit. He's listed as a running back, but he's a good receiver, so it hides him in the backfield there, and just quick out for a first down.
1st and 10. Fake the handoff did hand it off to Noli. That was as good of a non-fake as you'll see, and Noli up across the 20 down to near the 15-yard line. It'll be about a yard shy of the first down at the 17 officially of Carroll College, but Linfield in the red zone for the first time today with 7:50 to go.
Yeah, just an outside zone or stretch and a big alley for him to get 9 yards using the boundary.
First quarter, no score. Smith's going to roll out to the near side left. He'll look sideline, and it is going to be ruled an official catch as Max Novak, the wide receiver, hauls it in. And a 1st and 10, 1st and goal for Linfield at the Saints 7-yard line. And again, quickly to the line with 7:30 to go.
Yeah, quick sprint out to the left and a comeback right on the sideline marker. Great stretch and release or catch by Novak on the boundary.
Now 3 receivers to the right. Smith again looking to throw. He's looking end zone, corner out, and he overthrows Laswell, who tracked it down, but he was out of the back of the end zone, so it'll be 2nd and goal. And Linfield not afraid, Tim, to get to the line of scrimmage, get the ball snapped, and really trying to catch Carroll's defense off guard. And we saw, a change in the rules a couple years ago to allow a defense to substitute and all that, but they're playing by the rules. It's just still fast.
Right. They're not substituting. They're just coming with the 11 guys. And some of their play scheme, that was a great route scheme there with the inside guy on the post corner. He just happened to be out of bounds, but he was open.
So 2nd and goal from the 7:15 to go, first quarter. Smith again back to pass. Same type of play. He'll throw to the end zone, and I think it's intercepted.
It is.
McBride Galt, it's a jump ball, and it is. Carroll's first turnover of the year. McBride Galt with the great coverage. He hauls it in, basically took it away from Aiden Wilder. Both caught it, both came down with it, and McBride Galt with his first pick of the year and the Saints' first turnover. That's big.
That is big, and McBride read that play the whole time. They're working on that corner route, and he is right there. It's a battle for the ball, and he just happened to wrestle it away. So a turnover. We talked about that. That's the first in 3 games and 9 quarters. As Linfield was driving, great way to end a positive drive on their end.
Well, the Saints have 1st and 10 at the 25, 7:08 to go. They were -6 in the turnover battle coming into this game as Ali takes the handoff, his 2nd carry of the game. He's up to the 23-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 7. We're under 7 to play, no score, first quarter here at Nelson Stadium, but that's a big momentum lifter for Carroll College. When your defense, which has played great through the first 2 games, has their backs up against the wall there, a 2nd and goal, and a very good Linfield offense, and McBride Galt, the veteran, coming up with the big interception.
Right, and it hopefully leads to some momentum for the offense to start a sustained drive here.
6:34 to play in the quarter and counting. Dawson shifts from left to right. Kaloy hands it off to Ryan Arnson. Arnson's got around the corner, bumped at the 25, gets across the 30 and run out of bounds finally
there
at the 35, and then 2 flags come in late as the Linfield defender rode Ryan Arnson out of bounds about 5 yards and then dumped him on his back. And that'll be a late hit added on after a great run. And the thing about Ryan Arnson is he's listed at 5'7", about 180, but he's not afraid to take a hit. He's not afraid to deliver a hit because he can bounce off guys and get an extra 4 or 5 yards, which he did, and then the late hit comes in an extra 15.
There was a big collision there at about the 30, and he was able to bounce off that, use his speed to get to the sideline, about 4 or 5 more yards up the sideline, and then tack on 15 with the late hit. So Carroll now into Linfield territory.
Right at the 49.
49, yeah.
And that's good for Ryan Arnson to see because he fumbled last week on the second play of the game, his first carry, and that was his first fumble in 573 carries. The last came his sophomore year at Helena High.
Wow.
So Carroll with a 1st and 10 at the Linfield 49. 6:08 to play, first quarter. No score. Trips to the near side. Now Fossum in motion. Lines up behind right tackle, and Dawson on the run gets to the 50, so it's a loss of a yard on the Wildcat.
Yeah, the backside defensive end, Travis Swanson, came down, saw that Wildcat motion early and made the tackle right behind the line of scrimmage, so no opportunity for Dawson to get anywhere to the right side, left side. He saw that, and it was a good play by the defensive end.
Don't forget you can listen to 14th ranked Montana taking on Drake at Washington Grizzly right now. That's over on the FM KCAP at 95.9 FM. Saints with a 2nd and 11, 5:25 to play, first quarter. 0-0 ball game. As Kaloy finds Sipes, who's going to run backwards and be dropped for a loss of about a half a yard. It'll be 3rd and 11 coming up officially right at the 50, but that play call got blown up in a hurry.
It did, yeah. It looked like they were trying to set up the the outside screen there. They just didn't get any guys out. Sipes caught the ball and
For big savings during Toyota's Touchdown event. It's the event where every car is the star. And of course, trucks, vans, and SUVs play too. Because Toyota is offering cashback savings up to $3,500 on 2018 Sienna vans. $2,500 cashback on 2018 RAV4s with your choice of gas or hybrid. Or $3,000 cashback on the 2018 Tundra Crew Max. Plus, most Toyota models now offer Toyota safety sets.